What's up, everybody? It's me again, Brother Shannon Johnson, bold soldier for Christ. Just kidding, Brother Shannon. Now I'm Brother Christopher, everybody, with the heads, not the tails. I'm going to tell you a little story, just a quick one, okay? I won't bore you to death, I promise you. I used to have a friend when I was growing up. His name was Bobby Jones, and he had a brother named Jamal, and their father was a preacher, and they used to come home from school all the time, or come home from church actually, with these little comic book things about the last days, and you can find several different ones that they make. But anyway, it's very strange how the Lord works. I learned a lot from those comic books when I was a kid. I mean, it's still in my memory today. I remember getting a comic book from my friend Bobby, and it was about the last days, and I remember very clearly it talking about how people were going to be in the last days. It was talking about pimps, prostitutes, drug dealers, some good stuff. But it's amazing how that settled in my mind all these years, and it's still there. But what's really crazy is the last 3 months. The last 3 months, once a month, I would have one of them little comics blow up to my feet. Like the wind would be blowing them, and they'd blow right up to me. And the first time it happened, the day before, I was just pondering with the Lord about those comic books. I was like, Lord, those was some really cool little comic books that I used to read when I was a kid, but I haven't seen them lately. The very next day, here come one, blew up by my feet. And I wanted to share it with you, so I created this video about this comic called The Outcast. So sit back and enjoy, and God bless you.
only a towel, but they'll throw all of them in. You got to know what you're dealing with here. You got to know what you up against. And this ain't no time to be playing around, you know. You better get all the God you can get. Because I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to need every ounce. Do you know how hard a fight is for a Christian? My God. Man, you ain't had no good fight yet. Some of y'all ain't got no scratches on you. Hair ain't even out of place. You get into a good tangle with the devil here, and you done been battling with that devil for 2 or 3 weeks about the same old thing, and he still got the nerve to keep coming around. Let me tell you something, your whole appearance changed. Everything about you changed. But when you ain't doing nothing but just beating the wind and shadow boxing, you ain't hit nothing. Because there wasn't nothing there to hit. You swinging at a shadow that's on the floor, your own shadow. It'd be something if you turn around and pop your own self, wouldn't it? You get a wake-up call then. But you see, you have to understand this, what he was saying here. This is so important to us. Read it. Watch this.
For he shall grow up before him as a tender plant.
You know what that means? He grew up just like a little baby, like what you have, and the babies here. Jesus did not come no different than the way we were born.
Right.
So that's what he's saying. He came before us as a tender plant. He started off as a little bitty seed. And then that seed grew into something big. And that came into be something productive. And that became a living sacrifice. So what happened was he was saying here, right among us. He's been among us all the time. Jesus will never leave you nor forsake you. I don't care how bad you act. I don't care how bad you go through. You cannot run him off. He's going to be there until you say yes.
Right.
Because God ain't going to give up on none of us. And I'm glad.
Thank you, Lord.
I am so glad that he ain't like some people I know. I am so glad that he ain't like some people I know. They will give up on you. I'm glad Jesus will hang in there. And I'm not talking about no condoning sin. He ain't putting up with that. But now he'll hang in there. And he'll start doing things to make you say yes to him.
Right.
He'll start doing things till you give up that which was wrong for that which is right.
That's right.
Somebody gonna preach a word to you one day. You're gonna hear that word and you're gonna tell God yes. How many of us in this room right now that somebody preached, and because they preached, that's why we in here? I thought so. Because that's what the preaching of the gospel is all about. That either draw you or drive you. And look at us that's sitting in here. We sitting in an earthen vessel, but in heavenly places.
Right.
We right where we need to be. We got what we need to have. What else could God do? The place is important. Try to get to the place where all this went down. Then you realize how you're supposed to act. And who you're supposed to be with. See, because everybody that sings Jesus ain't about Jesus. You better wake up now, I'm telling you.
Come on, teach and preach.
See, that's what the devil does. He do stuff like that to get you off guard. Make you think that he all for Jesus. Jesus t-shirt, Jesus hat. All that mess don't mean nothing.